Rawr.
And we are live on the Dirty and Driven podcast. Live to us, not to you. I'm joined by the notorious B.I.G. S.M.A.L.L.Z. Mr. Bryan Dannenburger.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah,
Big
we are.
Smallsie here.
Big Smallsie live in Denver, Colorado at Dulce Vida Bar and Grill. We're out here today. We're going to take some calls, new show format for you. If you're new to the Dirty and Driven podcast, this is not our normal format, but we're going to have fun doing it. We're taking calls, answering questions, giving advice, dealing with whatever screwy people call into this show. We're just sitting here drinking some beers. We got a fabulous bartender, Miss Norma Jean. And I don't know, man. Bryan, this is a interesting city you live in.
Right. So I picked James up from the airport last night about, 8:45, 9 o'clock-ish?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And it took us a solid almost hour and a half to get home because there was one lane of traffic open.
So much traffic, dude.
And it switched from the far right lane to the far left lane being open like 3 times. It was the most chaotic thing. It looked like when the IndyCar guys are warming up their tires and everybody's swerving back and forth. It was on our... And I'm going, man, I am so sorry. This is the fucked up shithole I live in.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. I was like, dude, is this normal? And you're like, well, not really. And he's like, what the fuck do I do? I was like, dude, I'm just a small town country boy. I don't know what's going on. I was like, if you don't know what's going on, I definitely don't know what's going on.
It's Friday night and all I see are sex lights, red and blues flashing everywhere. And I'm going, oh shit, here we go. You know why they call them sex lights, right? Because every time they come on, somebody gets fucked.
Oh shit, dude. That's fucking hilarious. Oh man, we had quite the adventure trying to get set to record. I realized I didn't bring 2 sets of headphones, and we need them for this type of thing because normally we don't wear headphones when we record. So they were like, oh, there's a King Soopers grocery store just down the road. And I was like, okay, I can walk there. And the bartender, who, granted, I've never met before, she knows Bryan, but she goes, here's the keys to my truck. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
God bless Norma Jean. She's amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking
God bless her.
Can I get another drink? One was empty over here.
Yeah, it was wild. So I drove all around downtown Denver, and I think that like every other street was closed or detoured.
Oh, welcome to hell. Everybody's building high-rises down here, so I could not imagine being the traffic control guy for the city of Denver. I would probably pull my hair out because every single street has half the street tore up or some sort of OSHA-approved scaffolding and overhead, protection for everything. It's downtown Denver right now.
Get close to that mic.
Oh, downtown Denver right now is just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm normally a guy that doesn't complain about road construction, but I was like, this is just absurd. How about we just do a little bit at a time instead of all at once?
No. Hey, we will literally start 3 interstate projects all at the same time just to see. I think what CDOT does is they sit around and they try to determine how much
we got our first caller
they can fuck with.
Are you ready?
Yep, let's go.
We got our first caller in. Dirty and Driven podcast.
You're live.
So is this Dirty and Driven or is this John Daly?
This is John Daly and Kurt Cobain coming live at you from Denver.
This is your worst fucking nightmare.
Oh, man, fuck. Smalls, give that dog back.
I'm keeping that fucking dog. I'm stealing that Rottweiler puppy.
Who we got on the line here?
Introduce yourself, sir.
This is Eric Strubig reporting live from
Recording live from where?
the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin.
Middle of nowhere, Wisconsin.
Oh, let me guess, you're working.
Nope. Horse shopping.
Horse shopping?
What's her name?
Yeah.
What's the girl's name?
Horse, not
What's
horse.
the girl's name? Just tell me her name.
Is it for your daughter?
What do you find yourself doing?
No. Hey, don't change the subject, asshole. I asked you a question. What's
is the
her
horse
name?
for your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lying sack of shit.
You haven't met my. Probably a good thing, but yeah, we're going to be getting her. So.
Nice, man. I can tell you're in the middle of nowhere because your service sucks.
As usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was going to say, what's fucking new?
Yeah.
Surprise. Eric's in the middle of nowhere with shit service. Probably in a F-550 with a crane and a welder on it doing something that nobody else wants to do on the weekends.
Yep. So that should be on my business.
Yeah.
You have shit nobody wants to do.
So what's new in your world, man?
Oh, just realizing that I have another state to cover, so living the dream, baby.
There you go.
Hey.
Well, what's on your mind today?
I just figured I'd call in and chat with the homies and see if you guys were doing your the interview stuff, the work stuff, or we're just shooting the shit about the bar scene in Colorado.
Man, we're doing anything. I mean, we're here to talk about whatever. We're answering questions for whoever wants to call in. We're giving advice, taking advice. I mean, hell, if somebody wanted to even hop on here and sell a truck or something, we'd be cool with it. I mean, we're just out here, man.
I mean, talk a little shit if you want to.
Or if somebody says, "Hey, man, I got a topic that's passionate on my mind. I'd love to hear you guys talk about it, then, or hear your thoughts and opinions." That's what we're here for.
Should we ask Smalls his opinion on politics?
No.
We're good on politics.
No. It's 11 a.m. and it's 11:30 and I'm 3 Manhattans deep. Leave me alone, Eric. Don't pick on me now.
In Komatsu we trust.
It's Hitachi.
Hitachi don't make no fucking crawler.
Don't get me started. Oh fuck! I'm sorry.
Hey, for a cool 2.2 million, you can get that Brand truck.
Dude, I laughed at you when you first told me what that truck cost, and then you started spitting out facts. And I have never wanted to leverage myself financially more just to have it. Like, I couldn't use it, BNSF, and tell me to go screw myself. This truck, it's a tri-axle with a Cummins X50. Eric, take over. Take it away.
All right, so it's got 3 drive axles, a second quad axle. It's got a high rail system built for the rail cars. It weighs 67,000 pounds without a trailer. Hydraulic lift deck. Got 2 torque converters, 2 PTOs, powered by an X15 that's tuned up. It will pull 3.5 million pounds of train car. Got an excavator on it. Yeah, it's pretty fucking legit.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. So wait, so does it go on the tracks?
Yep, it's got a high rail system, so it's got train wheels and traction motors. Once it drives onto a crossing, it will lower those down onto the train, and they can run up to 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour on the rail. Pick up train cars, like couple up to them, and it will pull like 3.5 million pounds of car.
Oh, dude, that's badass.
I think I pulled 3.5 pounds of car lately.
You've pulled 3.5 million pounds of car lately? What does that even mean?
It's car code for Apple.
Anyway.
So what kind of horse you buying?
I'm looking at a paint horse and a couple of quarter horses.
Oh, you're buying multiple horses.
Well, I'll end up getting 2, one for her and one for me.
Oh.
Can we get pictures of you on these horses?
Yeah, I want to see Eric on a little Shetland pony.
Dude, right? Like my boots are just dragging on the ground. This thing looks like the little engine I could.
I got some friends.
I thought about getting like a mule.
A mule?
I thought about getting a mule. Like, get her a horse, and then I'll just ride a stubborn fucking mule. It'll match my energy.
You could have a mule, and then Smalls would be walking up. He'd be like, "I rode into town on an ass." Your mama's
ass.
On that ass. Well, the mule could carry our beer. We put a cooler on each side.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we got a dog coming up, too.
Big old Yeti. Big old Yeti full of fucking Coors Banquet.
There you go. We got a German Shepherd named Comet who just came up to our table.
Cummins.
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 Oh, I thought she was saying Comet.
No, Cummins.
Oh,
Cummins.
That's
she
badass.
knows what's up. She knows what's up. And no Ford fans around here. Even though we're in downtown Denver.
What does that have to do with anything? Oh, we just lost him. Well, we just lost Eric. He hung up on us.
Eric's got perpetually crappy service.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's the Midwest or if it's Eric, but that dude has like the worst service of anybody I've ever seen in my life.
I think Dispatch researches the amount of bars he has and then only sends him where there's 2 or less.
No, just like throttle this dude.
He'll call me at like 5 in the afternoon and I hear like every other word and I don't want to be an asshole, but I'm like, just text me, please. Just text me. Oh, Eric.
Yeah, that dude always has bad service. I'm gonna see if I can't connect to my camera here so that way we can film this shit.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah. Just show us being drunk and stupid.
What time is it? Oh, it's at least it's past noon.
Yeah.
At least it's past noon. It could get worse. It will get worse.
It will get worse. It's going to get worse before it gets a lot better. But yeah, dude, back to what we were doing. Denver is an interesting place. What I loved is that we were driving and like I was kept smelling weed and thought it was like in your car. And you're like, no, dude, that's just Denver. The whole town smells like this.
From about Chambers and I-72 where 6th and I-25 go through. It's just pure dope.
Pure dope. Who we got on the line?
This is Ben from American Period.
Ben, what's up, dude?
Not much, brother. Hey, just loving your show.
Yeah, man. Good to have you calling in. Funny you called. I got your order in the mail yesterday, so you should be getting it early next week.
Sorry, I think the guys are gonna love those stickers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Well, what's on your mind today, brother?
No, man. I just seen you had your number up. You were taking calls, so I figured I'd give you a shout.
Yeah, dude.
As a safety manager for a construction company out here in San Diego, I've been taking some of the things you've been dropping it and using it. I actually did a toolbox talk about mental health last week with my guys, and it was great. They've never heard anything like that come from someone that I don't want to say is above them, but from like a position of authority. They've never had someone like that, step in front of them and talk about stuff like that. So, it was awesome, man. It was great.
It's okay to establish a hierarchy. Construction is kind of built on that. Every trade, whether you're a plumber or an electrician or an operator, we all got to pay our dues and we all got to build the ranks. And I think part of the problem is we haven't necessarily respected the ranks for what they are. Now, don't get me wrong. The people at the top of the ladder need to perceive the people below us and the new hires a little bit differently in order for us to succeed as an industry and continue to keep growing. But there's some validity in the hierarchy of construction.
Yeah, man. But it's cool that you were given that talk, man, because that's such a powerful thing to talk about. Opening up to your guys about mental health and stuff, and giving them that opportunity. Being like, oh shit, that's all right if I'm fucked up. I can. Like, you're on my side.
And what was the response? Like, give us a little more detail about what you received, from the guys.
At first, they kind of taken back. So we do a Monday morning meeting every Monday, and it's like, chairs are kind of set up, classroom style, just facing the front. So, when I stepped up there and said, hey, we're going to do something different. I stepped in the middle and said, I want everybody to circle their chairs and face the center. Just started talking, and I printed off your toolbox talk and I used it as a guide. I had my own notes written off on the side to kind of use. And as soon as I started spitting out numbers they can call and resources, they all pulled out their phones and started taking notes and taking these numbers down. And it was Not a whole lot of, haven't had anybody come up to me wanting to talk yet, but a lot of guys come up to me and afterwards and they're like, hey, that was, I kind of needed that today. Or, because this yard has been great. It's been, we've been riding highs for a while, and now we're kind of in a low point.
Yeah.
So I think it was kind of the perfect time to bring it up. Everybody, it's easy to be positive at work when you're winning all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you start taking some L's and things are getting kind of hard, it's really hard to stay positive. And I was kind of showing the guys, like, hey, like, this is part of life. You're going to get beat down. Now I stepped outside the circle, and they were just sitting there looking at each other across the circle. I was like, that's who you guys got to rely on. That's who you guys got, in your corner. And I think that kind of hit them. They're all in the same fight.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And whenever I've done that in the past, the experience and the response I've had was like, I've had people come up to me, but it was like 2-3 weeks later, and they're like, hey, man, I've been thinking about what you said in that meeting. And, dude, I wouldn't mind talking to you about some stuff. I've been going through this with my wife, or I've been going through divorce. I've been, going through this stuff. And, like I had a guy come up to me before the first time I gave one of those. I try to give one a quarter. And, I mean, what's the average response? Some of them are like, okay, like, I'm glad you're talking about that. Some guys go, they make fun of you for it. They're like, oh, yeah, whatever. There's still that stigma around. And then there's guys that, they act hard at the time, but then they walk in to your office or whatever, and they're like, hey, brother, I need to talk. And, like, I had a guy, he told me, he's like, hey, man, you've probably noticed that I've been off lately. And he goes, here's what's going on. He told me about some shit he had going on in his life. And he goes, if you see me on a piece of equipment or you see me just out of it, he goes, dude, just say something. Get me off it, or kind of talk me down, because he said, I've had a lot on my mind lately. And that's powerful, man, whenever somebody says that to you.
No, it is. It really is, especially when they can that trust, that trust for them to actually open up. Because I think us as guys, we do tend to bottle that stuff up. And sometimes we don't know who we can trust with those demons.
Yeah.
So that's a very powerful thing, when they open up.
There's a level of vulnerability in telling the guys that you work with day in and day out. There's a bravado. It doesn't matter what trade you're in. Everybody wants to be that guy. That's why we do this. And if you're doing this and you don't want to be that guy, then maybe this isn't for you. But so there's a level of like you said, trust. Like it's tough to, you're vulnerable when you say that kind of stuff, because those of us who show up, don't complain, don't bitch, doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, muddy, horrible, sewer tie-ins, doesn't matter what it is, we just jump in there and get it done. That defines us for a while, and we let that define us. So the minute that there's something wrong, for us to stop and say, hey, there's something wrong, that's not even what we're used to in our professional life. We're all problem solvers. What do we run into? All day, every day, whether you're a business owner or a fucking ground hand, you're solving problems. You're figuring it out. You're powering through, right? So that's what we're told. So for us to take a step back, is difficult, but, I commend you for that. It's, but also, and I think you get this from just hearing you talk. Like, you got to be patient with those guys.
Oh yeah.
Because they're gonna play that in their head. They're gonna drive home every afternoon, and they're gonna consider the pros and cons of, opening up. Like, what is the potential damage? What is the potential reward? It's tough. Like, that's honestly mental health. Like, these are the guys that we spend our time with. Whether you're a supervisor or a grounds guy, everybody that you're around, it's at least 40 hours a week. And I don't spend 40 hours a week with my family.
Mm-hmm. No.
So it's kind of one of those things where, I commend you for at least opening it up.
Yeah, and the nice thing too is, like, whenever you open it up, because a lot of guys, they're scared to talk about it, because a lot of companies will fire a dude if he's going through too much shit. They're going through something hard, and they just start, working like crap. A lot of people don't even give them the time of day to be like, hey, brother, what's going on? They just go, man, he's gotten useless. And then that might be detrimental to that person's career. So sitting there saying, hey, come talk to me. Let's work this through and figure it out. Then that's powerful.
Yeah, man. Like, the alternative is they don't talk about it and they take themselves out. Like I did 22 years in the Marine Corps, and I'm starting to feel like you got more friends in the ground than I do walking the earth, because they don't talk. They don't talk. They don't want to be a burden. And it's starting to sound cliche, but
bingo.
It's starting to sound cliche, but the old, I'd rather listen to 15 minutes of your problems than sit through, your eulogy.
Yep.
But that's the reality, they carry this shit around, and when things get hard, they kind of get kicked around and they get pushed around, and they're driven for productivity, especially this time of year, coming into the last quarter, we got to get jobs done.
Dude, the pressure.
And it's starting to feel like they're just a number.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They just feel like somebody getting it done for somebody else, and it's tough for owners. It's tough on everybody, but it's this right here. It's this right here, sir. It is the conversation. Mm-hmm. It's the dialogue. It's the open it up. It doesn't have to be all soft and mushy and kumbaya, because that's not who we are as an industry. So we got to stay true to who we are as men, because we're the silverbacks, right? But it's this right here. It's at least letting them know, look, you got options. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them think, right? So the best thing you can do is give your guys options and let them know that you do give a shit, and then allow them to take the opportunity. But that's the best you can do. So I'm clapping for you, man. Good job.
Yeah, and I want to say something too on that. Like what's cool, because you don't own the company, right? Like you just work there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that you don't have to own the company to be there for your people like that. Like I understand that you may not have the authority to tell a guy that, hey, if you're struggling with your marriage or something, then, take 2 days off to deal with it, come back and let's see where you're at. We'll pay you. Don't worry about that. You're not in that position. And as a business owner, you are. Like I've talked to business owners and they're like, yeah, I've given my guys up to 2 weeks before paid, because it's cheaper for me to pay them to take off for them to handle their shit than to hire somebody else and train them up and get them to the same level that this guy's on. And,
yeah, for sure.
But we don't all have that liberty, right? I mean, a lot of people work for somebody, they're in a management role, and you can still open the door and say, I'll do what I can for you.
Yeah.
No, that's
luckily, I kind of feel like I work for a pretty good company. We had a guy about a year and a half ago who kind of had a mental breakdown on the job site, and all the managers I dealt with were like, I don't know what to do. I just, they kind of, I was like, hey, just bring him to me. I got him. I took him aside. I kind of told the managers, hey, he's going to need a couple of days. And they were like, all right. I was like, just trust me, give him a couple of days. We'll come back and he'll be all right. And they kind of led with that. And I mean, we don't have that many problems, but I grabbed the guy, took him out to lunch, kind of drove him around a little bit. I find it's easier to talk to people when you're driving around. You don't have to look each other in the face, and you just kind of look out the window and started, talk about his problems. And that was kind of all the guy needed, was just someone to listen to him.
Yeah, I mean, here's the reality.
Took a couple of days off and came back, and
we're not going to solve our problems in a couple of days. So it wasn't, like I say, I commend you for your efforts, but it wasn't the couple of days that did it for him. It was the fact that somebody was willing to say, hey, we hear you. What do you need? Because there's a lot of times where, as I'm a business owner, I got guys that work for me. I got single fathers that work for me, and I'm a single father, so I understand. So for me, a lot of it is what do you need? Because you want to know what I do 40 to 50 hours a week? I tell them what I need. I tell them what I need. So there's got to be some reciprocity there. We as owners have to understand that these guys aren't robots. And if you treat them like robots, you treat them like equipment, it's just like anything else, they're going to burn down. Something's going to break down. Something's going to go. Nobody's perfect, and nobody can ride these trains, because this type of work and the pressure that we have is a lot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I see it. I'm kind of outside looking in as a safety guy, and it's kind of hard to stick your finger in somewhere and say, "Hey, you're driving them too hard," because then they look at you like, "Oh, how do you know? You're not ops. You're just outside." But I'm glad that that they take some of what I say with a grain of salt, and the other stuff that I say they do take as it's kind of important. So the fact that they listen, that's. I guess that's a W in my book.
If you're the safety guy at your company and you're providing this kind of relief and providing this kind of outlet, I think that's going to speak volumes, because I'm not gonna lie, I hate every fucking safety guy I meet.
Not you though.
I'm not 3 points of contact getting out. I guarantee you, I don't have my hard hat on. I don't have my seatbelt on. My music's probably too loud, and I'm probably screaming at you, spitting Copenhagen out of my machine. So, for you to just taking that role, man, like. It's not a metric. There's no way that you can measure your success. It's just the fact that you're out there doing this and providing this for these guys.
Yeah.
Like, I hope people listen to this and realize that as much as we all want to be that dude, and there's a bravado, how big is your truck? How many tools you got? Like, how well can you operate? Like, all the rest of shit. There's also a huge value to how real can you be, and how much do you love your guys? Like, do you love your guys enough to be there for them off hours for shit that's not work related? And if you love them that much, you'll retain them.
Yeah.
I've paid bails, and I've chipped in for attorneys, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna put any of my guys on blast right now, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we're all humans and we fuck up, and there's nothing more powerful.
Yeah.
Than to have your guys know that, right, wrong, or indifferent, if you're putting the work in and your values there, you can be human. You can be vulnerable. You can come to us and say you're fucked up, and we're going to try to help you because we care about you. And I think we're lacking that. So once again, kudos. Clapping for you, buddy.
What kind of construction y'all do?
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're telecom construction. So we do aerial work, we do underground work, all dry utilities, but we do a little bit of asphalt restoration, a lot of trenching, a lot of excavation. Nothing real deep. But we got linemen up on the poles. Pretty much right now we're setting up the 5G network down here in San Diego. That's our big push. Doing nodes, some tower work.
Nice, man. That's cool. Cool.
We're all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's cool stuff too, because those guys, especially your linesman stuff, it doesn't matter what the weather's like. It doesn't matter if it's ice and snowing. Those guys are out there, man.
Yeah, nobody sees it.
Yeah.
Everybody sees the poles and the wires, but nobody has any idea how much of your life revolves around those poles and those wires.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
But you have a tree branch fall on it, and thank you, Norma. You have a tree branch fall on it, and all they can think is, I'm out of power, but they don't see those guys out there hustling to get it done.
Yep. Plugging in some new thing.
Storm knocks out. Our guys are the emergency on call for AT&T and Verizon, the big companies out here, when something goes out. So, last week they were out Friday night at midnight, setting a new pole and getting the wires back up in the air.
Nice.
So it takes a lot, but that's what they signed up for.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is, but it's also nice. I can tell you right now, it's also nice when they feel like somebody gives a fuck about them. Because the people who sign up for this shit daily, and the people that do this without question, without motivation, without provocation, those people are the people that are making this happen. But for us to at least acknowledge them, like that's the least we can do. Because there's a lot of people out here these days that are focused on social media apps and all the wrong shit, and have no idea how many of us are keeping their life together, stitched together. And there's nobody clapping for us. You go home and you're dirty and you smell like shit, and you did a sewer tie-in or a water tie-in, and you're soaking and you're wet and you're cold, and you get home and all it is, well, why are you late? Or where you been?
Yeah, it's like, dude, I worked till midnight.
Yep.
Sorry that I'm 5 minutes late. It's for 7 a.m.
Yeah. I had a buddy hit me up the other night and go, "Why aren't you at the gym?" And I said, "7:15. I'm just getting out of the street tie-in for this water."
Was it Zach?
No.
Oh.
I don't want to call him out. He's probably going to be listening. I would be shocked if he didn't call him. But he's like, "Are you at the gym yet?" And I was like, "No offense, but fuck 24-hour fitness. I'm feeding my guys and fulfilling my contractual obligations." No, it's
awesome.
Here's the deal. This is the reality. There's no right and wrong to this. There's no right, because every situation, everybody's different. Every person's different. Like when you really get into the meat and potatoes of our industry, it's not the actual task that we perform. It's how to manage the people that we're working with. That is it, because you want to know what?
Yeah.
There ain't a fucking sewer tie-in. There's not a water tie-in. There's no work. There's no grading. There's no paving. There's no electrical. There's no plumbing without these people. So we got to make it less about the task, which, you know, is a simple reminder to us as the higher ups about how to communicate. But we got to make it more about the people. We're not getting this shit done without the people, and everybody's already seen the statistics. There's more guys retiring than there are guys hiring. You know, it's kind of urgent. You know, I mean, I don't want to freak out and be over dramatic about it, but it's pretty urgent, because what's going to happen is the commonplace shit of 10, 15 years down the line, we are the guys that don't require a lot of attention. We don't require shit. We just go do our jobs, right? Well, for 15, you know, in 15 years from now, if we don't have a call to action, and if we don't take a different approach to hiring and a different approach to, like James says, gain, train, and retain.
Yeah.
Your sewer problem is going to be a whole lot bigger than your flapper in your tank not going down. You know what I mean?
And companies that are making,
we're already seeing that out here.
Yeah, I know you are. With the growth, the amount of people, the infrastructure. I mean, when you said San Diego, I'm not gonna lie, but I cringed a little bit. I don't know. no, and there's no disrespect there, but let's talk about the reality. California, you know, you guys are. Listen, I'm in Denver, Colorado, so rather than put this on you, I'm going to take it on me. We're giving money to homeless transsexuals instead of fixing our roads.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the fucking reality is the people who are paying these bills and the people that are appropriating these bills aren't necessarily doing the shit that's best for humankind. They're doing the shit that looks best on social media or whatever fucking newscast they're on for that day. So, you know, not only do we have to keep guys enthralled and enthused about sewer tie-ins and water tie-ins and working in a trench and putting mega lugs together and fixing machines when they break down at the most inopportune times, but we also have to keep everybody engaged with the simple fact that we're not winning any awards. I don't think any of us do this for the award, but
no,
we're not winning any awards. Nobody's going to get on there and go, you know what, today Jimmy climbed down in an 18-foot trench box and did a 6-inch sewer tie-in for this new apartment building. Nobody gives a fuck, you know, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's truthfully up to us as owners, as safety guys, as higher ups. You as a safety guy, you have probably way more power than you imagine, because people have to pay attention. Nobody wants to be on that report. Nobody wants to be on that write-up. They don't want to be called out for doing X, Y, and Z, or not having a ladder in a trench, just a trench box, or no trench box, just a ladder, and they're 8 feet deep. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be that guy. So you have the opportunity to not just punish, but to use situations to train, you know what I mean, and to inform guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all of us are working for, because how do you become a legend? You don't become a legend by being 8 feet tall and 400 pounds and picking up 8-inch ductile iron and pressing it over your head. You become a legend with your knowledge. You know, it's high time this industry start realizing that passing on the knowledge, like plans. I'll give my laborers plans if they want them. You know, we got to give these guys knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way to go. I mean, I tell the guys all the time, you know, knowledge is useless if you don't share it. Like, yeah, it's great. You can be the fastest riding roper. You can be the best crew when it comes to laying down fiber or digging a trench. But if you can't teach that new guy everything you know, then you're not a true master of your craft.
Yep.
You got to be able to pass it on.
I tell all my guys I'd rather be a good coach than a good player.
Well, and think about how much you learn as a teacher too. Whenever you're helping people and you're teaching people, like, I know that whenever I teach somebody anything, it really makes me sharpen my own skills to be able to teach that person. And you have to look at what you do daily from a different perspective, and it's beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, I love having my guys in the class. I actually have a class coming up on Monday. We're doing skid steer and mini X certification. And it's always a good time because I catch these guys out there on the equipment without any type of knowledge, training, or whatever. But they're, they send the job site with the mini X and the skid steer, and they're like, "Hey, just get it done." And they kind of look at me like, "I don't have the cert for this." So we work through it. I don't like shutting jobs down and sending people home because then nobody's happy. But at least we're picking up the pace when it comes to training. So I love the atmosphere of having the guys in training. They get a different safety guy than they do on the job side, evaluating their performance and their traffic control and their whatever else they got set up.
James and I were talking about that. James and I were talking about that last night, and one of the things he was talking about is a superintendent who's a very knowledgeable, a very seasoned guy, but he's not necessarily the most tolerant, and he'll make very quick decisions. Who is very quick to make decisions and judgments about people. And and that's fine, and those of us who've been in this industry, it's very hard. That's very hard to fight off. But the reality is if we want these people to do it, then there's a certain level of open-mindedness. But it's guided, and we all have to figure out what's good for us. For me, if I got a guy who's a laborer who's never been in a piece of machine, the first thing I'm gonna put him in is a skid steer. It's the smallest. It's simple to run, but you want to know what I do? I leave. I leave. Yeah. I don't put him there with me there. You want to know why? Because I'm the best operator on the crew, which I need to be, right?
Well, you're so tense and anxious.
Well, I'm tense. I'm anxious. I own it. And
they are.
Yeah,
they are whenever you're standing there.
And I am too, because that's my piece of equipment. That's my cash money. That's the productivity that we associate with our jobs, because we can't get shit done without the equipment.
Right.
So here I am thinking, where I should be thinking about the development of a new guy, but I'm also thinking about how bad he's going to fuck up my iron, and so I've learned to leave him with, if he's a ground guy and he's learning simple operation of like hitting stockpiles or bedding trenches in a skid steer, I leave him with somebody that can do that, but it's not me. And I will find an excuse to leave the job site, because if he has any supervision, that's better than no supervision, and he doesn't need my supervisions, because my expectations are way too fucking high.
Yeah,
way too fucking high. I expect these guys. If I hire you and you're an operator, and I put you in my 135 with a tilt rotator, and you can't run that thing. Granted, you might need some training and some experience, but my expectations are you should get in there and do what I do.
Yeah, that's everybody's deal.
It's up to me to control that.
Well, it's kind of too, like, going back to the original topic of mental health. You may have worked through your own problems, and you may know how to work through your own problems, and you just kind of expect others to do the same. You kind of expect, like, dude, just, the old school, toughen it up and be a man. And
diligence.
Yeah, and it's just different, I mean, you've got to teach people how to be, get through those ruts, work with them, be with them, because, I mean, some guys, let's be honest, anymore, depression is way worse than it's ever been. And so, like, how you may have used to be able to deal with things may not work now, or somebody may just get more and more depressed and start calling in sick and doing all this shit, and you think, dude, just come to work. Like, what the hell? Like separate them, but it's not that easy.
No, but in their mind, they don't fit in. They don't feel like a part of it. James and I were talking about this last night as we were cracking cords in my kitchen, just kind of bullshit.
We should have just recorded our whole conversation last night.
That was pretty solid. But we were talking about the fact that, because I told him, look, we don't want to judge people on their perception and what they look like when they pull up, but I got to be honest with you. If you pull up in a shitbox second-gen Dodge with some scuffed-up cowboy boots and a mullet, and you get up, you want to work, man, I'm probably gonna initially be a fan of yours. You pull up with purple hair and a fucking Subaru, and I'm probably not gonna like you. Listen, this is who the fuck I am. I make no apologies. But the reality of it is that also goes back to how were these people raised? Like, what, have you roped a fucking cattle? Have you ran a skid steer on your grandpa's, farm? Have you tilled fucking land on a tractor? Did you mow yards as a kid? Or were you raised by two accountants and your entire life you spent on social media being fed bullshit by a bunch of people who have no right to feed us anything? So it's tough. it's tough for us not to be judgmental, and there's some truth. Stereotypes are derivatives of our perceived majority. So if you have pink hair and you're driving a Subaru, I'm going to call you a liberal. You want me? James is looking at me like, shut the fuck up.
I'm like, dude, let the guest talk.
Sorry.
Brian's just like, I like listening. He's got earphones in. He's like, I like hearing my voice.
Oh, this is so sounds sexy as well.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Barry White.
No, dude, that's awesome that you're opening that conversation up, though, brother. And
yeah, kudos.
Appreciate you using our toolbox talk.
Kudos. Hey.
Yeah, no, it's a good way to start. It's just, man, in the Marine Corps, you have these little pocket classes. You have this training you have to go through every year, and they have the suicide awareness. They have the what signs to look for, but it's all generic. It's not personal. It's not like it's not tailored to the individual. It's just a check in the box. Oh yeah, we talked about suicide today. Check in the box. What's the next class? And it's very, very just generic. Just taking a little bit of that along with your toolbox talk I pulled off of Instagram. Man, it really helped me guide through the conversation with a group of people who have never talked about that in a group setting. And it was a great resource to be able to grab that and use it as a guide. And I was kind of blown away. Like I didn't know that construction was, that high when it comes to suicides. You hear the 22 a day for the military. Shit, you're 19. That's not a very big margin. Like tied. That's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
That was eye-opening for me.
Yeah, it is eye-opening to think like, dang, dude, and we can all speculate on as to why and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's any answer why everybody deals with their own stuff. I think construction employs probably more people than a lot of other industries, and that's why we have such a high rate. But it's
trauma.
Yeah,
I mean, think about what he just said. The amount of soldiers that kill themselves versus the amount of construction workers, and if we're anywhere close, we have a tough job. You get up in the morning and you go work, you bust your ass. You hope that somebody gives a fuck. You hope that somebody recognizes your hard work. You hope that it matters for your future. You hope it counts as a tick mark on your belt or whatever we're going to talk about. So for us to be anywhere near soldiers, it's incredibly telling. Incredibly telling. Incredibly telling.
I mean, something I throw at the guys too. And this is me being a little fucking safety nerd, but when Vietnam was going on, it was safer to go to war than it was to go to work in the U.S. We were killing 44 people a day on job sites in 1970 in the U.S. 14,000 soldiers died a year in Vietnam. We were killing 14,000 people a year on job sites.
That's insane.
So,
holy shit.
It was safer. It was safer to go to combat than it was to go to work.
Wow. That's fucking bananas. Leave it to the safety guy to drop a bomb like that.
Dude, where did you... dude, send me some...
I'm not your average safety guy.
You're a different breed. You're a different breed. Listen, kudos to you. Don't you ever quiet your shit, because you're a different breed. I have never had a safety guy even bring this type of topic up. Never even fucking fathom this. They're so worried about the checklist on their safety sheet and reporting back to their company and justifying the invoice because they're a third-party safety company and not an internal safety. You get what I'm saying? Like, they've made it so robotic and so automatic that it's taken all the personality and the reality out of it. So, I mean, to hear you come like this, dude, once again, clapping hard.
That's awesome, dude.
Clapping hard.
And so if you can send me some info on that, I would love to read about that, because that's...
Dude's blowing my mind.
It was safer, because, I mean, you think about it, dude, in the 70s, everybody I talked to that either got drafted or had friends that got drafted, they were like, dude, we were all terrified because we knew we were going to go to Vietnam and die. And those guys saw some trauma, but the same amount of people were dying here in our fucking industry.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
Wow.
And the mental health thing, if you think about it, so in the Marine Corps, I kind of tied some things together. About 75% of the Marine Corps come from broken homes. And let's face it, we're not recruiting out of Harvard for Marine recruits to go. We're not getting the best of society. We're getting the best that we need. We're getting the good kind of guys that we need. And I think you tie that to construction workers, like, you guys ain't recruiting at Harvard. You guys ain't going to UCLA and Berkeley and say, hey, you guys want to go dig a ditch? Like, we're getting guys that actually need to work. They need a job. Like, they've already had a tough life, and they're about to do some tough work. And then you couple that with managers that are more focused on production than people, and they're like, man, why the fuck am I even here? Why am I doing this?
Dang, man. Bombs.
Fucking
bombs.
Hey,
I had a guy ask me.
I'm not a safety guy, and I own an excavation and utilities company, so I've dealt with plenty of safety guys. I'm going to tell you right now, you just fucked my whole weekend up. and in the best and in the most productive, thought-provoking way ever. Seriously, don't change a fucking thing you're doing. And if you're not the norm and your bosses don't love you, go find somewhere else to be a safety guy. Because you're not a dime a dozen, and you're impacting more than you feel and more than you know, and probably more than anybody's fucking telling you.
Yeah,
dude, don't stop, please. For the sake of this,
I appreciate that.
No, honestly, for the sake of the blue collar industry, don't fucking stop, ever.
Yeah, I agree.
Because your perspective is eye opening, and I try to be that 30,000-foot elevation pilot who has the best perspective, and I James and I looked at each other 4 or 5 times and went, fucking, this is probably the best call in we're gonna get.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. We're definitely
great shit.
We're gonna have to have Ben on. I think we're gonna have to have Ben on for a full episode one of these days,
dude. Just fucking kudos, God.
Anytime.
Yeah,
congratulations,
we'll talk, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you were in the military, weren't you?
Ben,
what's that?
Were you in the military?
Yeah, I did 22 years in the Marine Corps.
Yeah,
nice, man.
That's where it's from. Perspective's from.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Like, can you imagine the temperance and the work ethic and just the complexity, the dynamics?
Yeah. Awesome, dude.
I'm impressed. Thank you, sir.
Well, hey, brother, we got to get some other callers here, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I don't want to hog all your airtime.
Yeah, man.
Hey, no problem.
We'll get you back on, brother.
Good talk,
dude. This was awesome. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Hey, you did a lot. You did a lot for me as an owner. You're the first safety guy to make a positive impact on my life. So thank you, Ben.
I'm hanging that on my wall. Appreciate that.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Cool, man. Well, hey, you have a good Saturday, brother.
All right, guys.
Take it easy, buddy.
Hey, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Dude.
Fucking unreal.
Holy shit, man.
Jesus, I was not chemically prepared for that. This dude had me. I quit drinking when he started talking. I was like, son of a bitch.
Damn it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, we had a couple missed calls on that one. But, dude.
Call them back.
One thing. Oh, I'm going to. One thing I did want to point out is as far as like the Marine Corps stuff goes, like, so whenever I talk gain, train, retain, us in the military, we recruit out of a pretty similar labor pool. I would say damn near the same labor pool.
Yeah, the bottom of the fucking barrel.
Yeah, I mean, the guys that are like, I don't want to go do anything else. I don't know what I want to do,
Shit ain't glamorous.
Yeah, I mean,
you get the guys that don't know fuck all about what they want.
Yeah, but dude, whenever I talk about gain, train, retain system, dude, the military has a gain, train, retain system. I mean, they fucking recruit. They keep you around. I mean, now...
No. They break you fucking down and they rebuild you.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because they realize you're probably not getting it out of real fucking life.
Yeah.
And there's we spoke about this, remember? We spoke about this last night because I was telling you about some of my Navy SEAL buddies. There is... I mean, it's tough because, we're not here to break people or to minimize you or to reduce you as a fucking human, but at the same time, a lot of the shit you've learned from just regular civilian bullshit life is not going to benefit you in the blue collar industry.
Right.
Yeah. So how do you let these people know that everything that you've been brainwashed for 20 years, you need to set off to the side and show up with a whole new perspective?
Yeah.
we need to be able to communicate, and then we need to be able to evaluate their responses to that. Yep. Because I can tell you as a business owner, I'm not down to waste a bunch of fucking time to hire people I know ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, well, you can't water dead plants, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. But at the same time, you have to be able to evaluate what plant needs watering and what plant's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference between the two.
Right.
And if you water a plant that ain't dead, and that thing comes back to life, it's gonna love you forever.
Cool. All right, well, we're gonna call this next one, see if they answer.
Chooch's phone.
What?
Chooch's phone.
Chooch's phone? Hey, can I talk to Chooch, please?
Chooch is indisposed at the moment, but he was wondering if you guys were doing okay over there.
We're good.
We're doing all right.
In about 5 minutes, I'm gonna need another drink. So put me on your clock.
All right, you got it. Chooch will bring it over.
Is this Norma?
Yes.
Oh,
all right.
Awesome.
Norma, we would like
she
to
just popped up.
we would like to thank you for the keys for the truck.
What a baller move.
God, what a gangster. I told you she's amazing. Did I not fucking tell you how amazing this woman was?
Yeah, you did.
She is. Not only is she beautiful,
I'm good on Saturdays.
No, I mean she's a whopping 4'8" and probably 92 pounds fucking soaking wet. Like fully jacked, but she is the best thing in the fucking world. And she will call you at 2 PM when you're hungover as fuck because she gets a flat tire and she's down the street and the discount guys fucked everything up and she needs a real man to come fix her shit.
You know, I know who to call in a time of need.
Who's that?
That will always show up.
Who's that?
Smallsies.
What's his name?
Smalls.
Small? Biggie Smalls?
Biggie Smallsies.
I love you. All right, get off the phone and bring me a drink. Jesus.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Trying to be professional here.
All right, let's see who else we got on the line here. Dirty and Driven Podcast. Who we got on the line here?
Oh, I don't necessarily know that I want to give that information out until I get done with what I got to say to Smallsie.
I already know.
You got big Smalls.
Man.
You got big Smalls here. Go ahead.
So I got a probability question
Sure.
for you.
Fire away.
What do you think the chances are that out of 3 million people in one city, that dude manages to find your sister to sleep with and then goes? Because it's pretty narrow margins, but somehow managed to pull it off.
Dude, what? wait. So, all right. Let's unpack this. Let's unpack this question.
Wait, hold on. Are we alleging? Okay, this is the legalese because I have 2 attorneys. Are we alleging that I slept with your sister?
No. Well, when you end up with a picture of a 10-foot tall bulletproof guy, he's just the greatest person I've ever met. He seems so nice and this and that, and then just
That couldn't have been
disappears like a ghost. I don't think there's anybody else that fits your description in the city of Denver.
Hold on.
So what city are we talking about?
Can I get your sister's name? Listen.
Hold on. Let's back up. All right, there's a lot to unpack here. I don't know what. All right, so you're saying out of 3 million people in one city, was that city Las Vegas?
No, that city would be Denver.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
All right.
What was her? Just spit her name.
No, you know how it goes. When you're in high school, all you want to do is get out of your small town and start over and, figure some things out and start a new life. And that city just happened to be Denver for her and was having a hard time with the whole dating scene and figuring everything out, and then stumbled across just the knight in shining armor that's just the smooth talkingest person you've ever met in your life. And turns out that wasn't exactly the same outcome that she was expecting.
Did I call her an Uber?
Why did she send you a picture?
Because I don't take photos of these
Because
chicks. What?
Did she know that you knew him?
apparently...
Oh, wait. Hey,
No, I actually just...
did she have Tourette's? Why is that funny?
Why did you ask that?
wasn't even wasn't even going to bring that into it because, yeah, you are right. Yeah, Susie, ring a bell?
Dude, what are the odds? Holy shit. I wish you could see Smalls just sweating right now.
Please call 303.
Yeah, so that was a...
Did you just put your cell phone number out there?
Oh, fuck. We're going to need you to edit
I need to cut that out?
We're going to need you to edit that. So how's Susie doing?
That was a real shin kick to figure out at a family event.
Were you like talking about this dude? And she's like, oh, I know him.
Oh no, just happened to come across my story and she's like, that motherfucker. I was like, excuse me? And then
Well, she got my
that turned
middle
into a
name
45-minute conversation.
Listen.
That turned into the 45-minute conversation of explaining the whole thing, so, yeah.
Susie's a nice girl. And despite the random outbursts, I felt we had a great fucking time. Yeah, will you ask her why she didn't call me back? I thought my number was blocked because I called her and I was gonna be like, we, dickhead, we should go out again, you know.
Tough.
No.
So that doesn't make you does that make you like? That's not Eskimo brothers, but what would that be?
Oh my god. We're not brothers at all, motherfucker. I think he's related. So he said it's his sister.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, but it wouldn't be Eskimo brother-in-law.
Are we really fucking doing this right now?
Sorry,
Really
too far.
Is this not enough for you? Is this not what the fuck you want?
Dude, I was not expecting this phone call today.
Listen. Just tell Susie I miss her and to call me, and I never meant for things to go like this. And
I'm literally crying right now. I'm laughing so hard.
She's loved and respected.
You sure this doesn't have anything to do with the potential bucket list check off?
I didn't get your first name, sir. It looks like we're about to have one of those real tough conversations, which I'm okay with, but I need your first name.
Maybe he should DM you.
No, we're keep this live.
Yeah.
Fire away, cowboy. What's your name?
Yeah.
Is it Clint? It's got to be Clint. Susie only had a brother named
well.
Clint. All right, Clint. Check this.
Yeah.
Check this out. I don't even know how to answer this. I don't know if I'm.
You just set that up. You're like, check this out, and then stopped.
Well, I have a.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Am I a mediator now? I feel like a mediator now.
I feel like I'm on fucking trial right now. Out of all the shit Susie would belt out during dinner, I just wanted it to be my name. So, sorry. I'm not sorry.
You just had to just twist it, just stick the knife in and twist it even more. That's fantastic.
It wasn't the knife.
Damn, dude, that's wild. All right.
Yeah, there it is.
I apologize for Smalls' behavior here. Just want to say the thoughts, opinions, and actions of the Dirty and Driven podcast guests and co-hosts do not reflect the Dirty and Driven podcast.
Wait. We have to stop this. If he stops recording and he thinks you're serious, I'm fucked. Spill it, Spencer.
That's who I knew it was.
Yeah.
That was so good. We talked about this for 2 days.
I told you.
Oh, you motherfucker. That was so good. I was like, I
told you.
I thought it was Spencer, and then you're like, Clint. I was like, I don't know any Clints.
Well, I had to throw the wrong name out there.
I told you I wasn't going to bitch out.
I love you, buddy. You're the most solid motherfucker.
Dude, y'all had me
I know.
going.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Well, I was
that's
like,
the
wait.
thing. I was kind of hoping you weren't going to figure it out.
Well, I figured
He didn't.
I
You
thought
should
it
have
was.
seen the look he was giving me. You know, he was looking at me like, "This is the last time I'm putting you on air." You fat
No,
fucking
dude,
idiot.
this is comedy gold right here. Are you kidding me, man? You know what I call this? I call this a 5-star rating.
You call this an FAA investigation?
I just wish our camera was working because I wish you could have gotten our reactions because holy shit. I knew that was Spencer.
Dude,
man.
I had
No
two jobs
shit.
I had to go look at this morning.
Hey,
I had 2 jobs I had to go look at this morning, and I'm driving there, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to say to these guys? Like, just playing different things over in my head. That just was like spur of the moment, nothing that I rehearsed, and it turned out better than I thought
killed
it
it. You killed it because he kept looking at me like, "Are we really doing this?" Because he's like, "I'm gonna put Smalls on the radio."
Well,
What a
squeamish.
fucking-
I mean, anybody would be.
Oh, I'm a liability anyway.
That's why we have you on here, dude. We got to keep it edgy.
I just burp in the mic. Norma Jean, I need another drink.
Damn, son, you're plowing through Manhattan's like one every 5 minutes.
Bro, what are you, a fucking accountant? What's your project? This fucking guy.
Jeez.
Anyway, Spencer.
Spencer, how you doing
Well,
today, brother?
James, I'm sorry.
No, don't you?
I'm good.
Dude, I was laughing
That was
so
great.
hard.
You did. I am so proud of you.
Well, I was like, this is for sure Spencer, and then he kept like,
you didn't.
No, dude,
No, you
I
didn't.
knew the voice.
You gave me a look like
No,
Smalls,
but I
did
was
you
like,
fuck
I was
some
like,
chick
I was
with
like,
Tourette's?
no, I was like, oh, he fucked Spencer's sister, and then he said Clint.
Spencer,
and I
do
was
you
like,
have a
I'm-
sister?
What?
What? Do you have a sister?
No, I don't. And I probably could have I thought about spinning it that way. If you wouldn't have said Clint, I probably would have spun it that way, and it got even more interesting.
I really didn't know what to do because James seriously, James is looking at me. James is looking at me like, Jesus, I knew you were a liability. What the fuck is going on, Smalls? Hey, beautiful. What's your number?
Oh, God.
What's your number?
I got it in the caller ID.
What's your number?
Our bartender just walked by.
Are you a Navy SEAL? Why you got them camo pants on? Yeah, we're live. We're live at a bar in Smalls's.
Smalls is Smallsing.
Smalls and hardcore. Spencer, I love you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yes.
You're a good friend.
I try my best.
Well, you got anything
I'll talk
legit
to you guys
wanted to
later.
talk to us about?
No, wait. Do you have anything legit? Are you at that wedding yet?
No, it's not a wedding. It's a birthday party. And if I would have been at the birthday party, I can guarantee you there would have been about 3 or 4 of my friends that are about half shit peeled that would have been like, you know what? I want to get in on this.
Oh, give him the
Oh,
number.
yeah,
give him the number.
You'd have had
Let's give him the
Daryl and
number.
Ed
Let's
and Bob and everybody else.
Give him
screaming in the background.
the number. Give him the number. Let's see what they
It won't
got.
be till later tonight.
Let's see what they got.
It won't be till later tonight. Like
I'm
7.
gonna DM you James's cell phone number or just have them.
He's
call
got my
him
cell phone number.
direct.
He's one of the few.
I have his cell phone number.
He's
I've
one of the
talked to
very.
him.
He's one of the very few listeners who I've given my cell phone number to.
Wait, he answers your phone calls? What the fuck? He doesn't answer mine.
We did one time.
Who's calling?
Well, you haven't called. I mean, you haven't called me yet. If Smalls calls me, then I'll be concerned because he either needs like a body buried or bail money or something.
If Smalls calls you, you need to show up here with 10 grand.
Well, it's like I told you last time. It's like I can't get on a plane with 50 pounds of tanner. I'd be like, "What's that?" "Oh, nothing. I better get going. Smalls needs me."
Sir, you can't take this on the plane. Why not? I thought this was America.
It's a powdered excavator.
Whoa.
Powdered excavator.
I'm going to exit this conversation
Tanner.
because I have enough TSA powdered excavator stories to fill a fucking dump truck. Listen, you get what you paid for, and I'm free, so fuck you.
Shit.
Spencer, that was great, buddy. My fucking face hurts from smiling.
I was laughing so hard.
Fucking James kept looking at me like
I was like, dude, did you fuck Spencer's sister? I was like, what are the odds?
you did not know it was Spencer. You kept.
Well, I thought it was. I mean, I heard the
for
voice.
The first 5
but
to
whenever
10 minutes, he was genuinely concerned.
I thought it was until you said
No,
Clint. I was
no.
like, who's Clint?
Stop being cool, Mr. Cobain. Like, seriously, he was concerned. Spencer, he was looking at me like, God damn, I'm gonna get sued. I wanted a sponsorship, and all I'm gonna get is sued.
You've never heard me say this is a no filter podcast.
Well, this is my 4th time
God.
being on here. Of course, it's no filter. I'm the fucking
Well,
worst.
the best part was he just starts laughing and poking the bear in like the worst possible way. So I mean, he knew what was going on. Like I said, we've been playing this for 2 days.
No, what it is he's used to my shit by now, so he's not even shocked anymore. He just wants to see how deep it gets.
Dude, when you asked him, was this a bucket list thing?
Same
I
shit
fucking
as always.
died, dude. Oh shit. I mean, I wouldn't put any of this past you. I was like, damn, Smalls met this dude's sister and gave her a night she couldn't forget.
Really?
He said, really? Oh my god. I fucking quit.
Oh shit. Cool, brother. Oh, Spencer, I hope you have an awesome Saturday,
I'll
man.
let somebody else get on here. Yeah, you guys do this thing.
Spencer, you exceeded all expectations. I owe you one, buddy. Good job. Appreciate you.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Oh, hey, you make your fucking way out here so we can struggle through traffic and then get hammered till 2 a.m. like James and I did last night.
Yep.
Does that sound good for?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
See you, brother. Thanks for
We'll
calling.
see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.
All right.
Dude, that was legendary.
So low key, we kind of half-ass discussed that, but he did it way better than I thought he was going to do it.
Oh, dude. Well, I thought it was his voice, and then you started talking about Clint, and I was like, oh, this is real.
I had to throw you for a loop
Yeah.
because he was like, James.
You're too far away from that microphone.
He's like, James is going to know this is my voice. I was like, put a little bass in it.
Put a little bass in it.
Put a little bass in your voice when you speak to me, son.
Yeah. Well, we got another call in here. Let's see who we got. Well, it said we got a call. Now it's saying we didn't.
Fucking technology.
Fucking technology, man.
If you wanna talk shit, come down here in person.
We're sitting here recording. They have they can't hear us. It's not like we're live streaming this.
We're at the Blue Margarita on Broadway. Oh, just kidding.
Dirty and Driven Podcast. Who we got on the line here?
Elizabeth Haney, James Devaney.
Oh, what's up, Elizabeth?
And hey, and we've got Hannah Haney, who, she thought she could, put some good knowledge on your podcast, so now she's got her chance.
Hell
Wait,
yeah. Brian stepped away. Brian stepped away for a second, so we're waiting on him to come back. But you go ahead and tell us what you got on your mind.
Oh, I'm just in Prescott, Oklahoma right now.
Nice.
At my mom's. Got to see some road construction on the way over. Got to see some stoplights on the highway. Always fun.
No shortage of road construction over there.
But, oh, right, yeah.
Was our
But
road,
I just want
was,
to call
was our
in
road
because
smooth?
I love-
We just paved a road for 8
Yeah.
miles there. Was it smooth?
Of course,
Good.
it's always the best. Yeah. But I definitely want to call in because I love your podcast. I listen to it every Tuesday, every Friday.
Well, hell yeah.
Brian asked me to call in. He was begging me, so.
He was begging you, huh? Let's see. I think he's walking back up.
He
Where's he at?
said please, so I was like, all right.
Brian, we got Elizabeth on the line.
You gotta say hi, Hannah.
He's coming slowly but surely.
I bet.
Force equals mass times acceleration. He's got no
all
acceleration.
kinds of force, mass, and acceleration. I'm not smart enough to know which headphone goes in. So.
He's putting his earphones in. He's getting there.
The letters are so
He
small.
said you got him some Hello Kitty.
The fan goes in the right.
Yeah, I had to get him some Hello
He said
Kitty.
you got him some Hello Kitty ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted the over the ear Hello Kitty
Yeah.
because I was gonna keep them.
The market for wired headphones is very slim, and I only brought one pair on accident. So
See, we're super progressive here in Denver. We're all about technology.
Always prepared.
Yeah, even the tents down
Yeah.
in Union Station have Wi-Fi.
well, Hannah, what you got on your mind? What are you up to?
Wait, stop. No, I'm scared, right? Just gotta go into the pharmacy.
Do what now?
Ask him a question about construction. Speak up.
I don't know.
You
I
have
don't
to
know
speak up.
What should I ask? I don't know.
Brian, ask a question for her.
Ask a question.
Ask a question for her.
Ask a question for her. How many people do you tell a day to get fucked? Probably
At least
three.
three. At least three.
Probably 3 to 4.
That's literally my job, right?
If you're on my crew, 3 to 4. Listen, our superintendents. Here's what you get. You either get authenticity or you get horse shit. And if you appreciate authenticity, then careful what the fuck you ask for. Because I'm gonna be authentic as hell. But I also don't have time to speak around your delicate sensitivities. So the chances are that I'm going to be authentically kind.
Oh, she's not delicate.
Well,
Hannah, how
she's
old
a
are you?
teenage girl. Of course she's not delicate. I got a teenage girl. You want to know what she is?
16.
Have you ever seen Ghostbusters?
16.
Ever seen Ghostbusters when that thing comes out of the top of the building and you thought it was stone and it was just cute and harmless and had horns and wings and no big deal, and then it comes to life and it kills fucking everybody? That's a teenage girl. That's a fucking teenage girl.
James, Hannah's 16.
Well, okay, Hannah. Hannah, your mom's a total sweetheart. Your mom's a total sweetheart, but listen, I don't want you to take this the wrong way,
I don't know
but
about that.
I know you're a fucking demon. I know you are, because it's imprinted. No, when God makes you, your poor little DNA, and it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. Like, we're all in this together. Like, no, trust me. I'm on this shitty ass fucking public bus ride I didn't want to be on either. But it's called having a fucking teenage daughter. Oh my God. I am either king shit or the biggest asshole in the world, and it changes from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 o'clock. I could go an entire day and be the guy who made her day and ruined her day and then saved her day and then re-ruined her day and then saved her day again, and I don't even respond.
Brian.
I don't even respond. I just let her text herself. Go ahead.
Hey, do you have any advice? Her boyfriend's in the car, too.
Beat the fuck out of him now. Early, soon, quick. Listen, listen,
set the
asshole.
expectation
No, check
now.
this shit out. Check this shit out. This is what. So
listen,
my daughter.
asshole.
Yeah. So you guys want the fucking real shit? Here we go. Make no apology. I'm sorry, James. I ruined all your podcasts at one point or another. So here it fucking goes. Ready? My daughter 3 weeks ago texts me and goes, "Hey, Dad, will you send me a picture of your truck?"
Why?
I said, "What the fuck is his name? What is his name?" And she's like, Braden. I'm like, yeah, put Braden on the fucking phone. So I called her and she's like, hey, you're on speakerphone.
Oh, Hannah's boyfriend is Aiden.
Aiden, Braden, Daden, fucking dead, never found. It's all the fucking same. Ready? You hear? You know? No, this ain't business. I don't have to be PC at all right now. I'm fucking coming from Dadville, USA. Hashtag I have bail money. I will beat the fuck out of your 16-year-old ass. Listen, she calls me up and she goes, Dad, will you send me a picture of your truck? I said, put him on the phone. And she goes, you're on speakerphone. And I said, listen, I can dig a hole up to 26 feet deep without benching. I know that if I bury a deer at 12 feet deep, the cadaver dog will never find you. Okay?
He's just in the back seat now, just rocking back and forth nervously. Guys.
Aiden, Jesus can't save you now because we're fathers. We're fucking daughters, fathers. No. This is the reality. This is how the conversation ends. We'll skip the horse shit. I tell him, what you do to her, I'm gonna do to you. What you do to her, I'm gonna do to you. You ever had a 6'7", 320-pound man show up at your house and want to mouth kiss you in front of your parents?
Okay, so how about instead of
your insurance can't save you now. Nobody can save you now. No, we went off the fucking tracks. This ain't going back. You're going to have to really take control of this. Aiden, I'm going to tell you right now, son. I tell every fucking boy that's in the car with my daughter, I am Liam Neeson in Czechoslovakia, renting Mitsubishi Monteros, chasing you through aggregate
Brian's
plants.
like, I don't know who you are or what your name is, but
I will kill you.
I've got a Timex watch and $25, and I will find you.
A Timex watch. I got a fucking roll of duct tape and a Bic pen, and you're fucking dead, Aiden, if you ever fucking disrespect her. No, here's the reality. No, little girls ain't innocent either, because my daughter can be a total asshole. But the reality is, little boys need to understand there are consequences and repercussions for you putting your shit where shit don't need to be.
So, Aiden, what are you looking to do as a career?
Get the fuck out of the car. That's what he's looking to do. Exit stage fucking left.
Aiden, what are you trying to do as a
What do you
career?
want to
I'm
do?
sorry.
I don't know, like a sports agent or something.
Sports agent.
Sports agent?
Interesting.
What do you?
What does a sports agent do? I don't know what a sports agent does.
It's sports agent. Agent sports.
Sports agent. So you want to make money off of other people's hard work?
Pretty much.
I mean, they gotta have a business guy on their side. I'm not totally against it.
Keep that shit up. You're gonna be a personal trainer at Planet Fitness in the middle of West Jabumfuck, Nebraska. Listen, get your game up, son. You're not gonna pull some fucking dime piece or some chick that's worthwhile with some general bullshit fucking direction like that. No, you need to pick a route and execute, baby. No, nobody hires Navy SEALs because they're like, I'm going to run down the street and shoot to the left. No, we execute with a plan.
Do what now? What'd you say?
I said, why would he be trying to pick up anyone else?
Because he's a boy and he's an idiot until he's like 38. Like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I tell my daughter, I'm like, make friends, learn lots, store this shit in the bank, but there isn't a fucking dude you're going to meet until you're 35 years old that's worth a fuck. That's just the reality. That's just the fucking reality. Marry some guy at 28.
Think that's true.
I may have to pay for your wedding, but I'll also probably have to pay for your divorce. You know, no. It's not the same.
Dude, that is the worst relationship advice I've ever heard.
Worst or the realest?
The worst. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, you should definitely choose and be picky about it. I mean, you got to choose just the right person to spend your life with, right?
Well, but you
can't.
She's also 16.
Right.
You finding your life partner at 16?
No,
You can't even find your left nut at 16.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying. I mean, like, I'm pretty happily married with no plans of divorce, and I'm not 35.
Okay, T-Rex. Stop running around the earth with your fucking extinct ass like you're the norm. You're not the norm. We had this conversation last night.
Yeah.
He's 26 years old. He owns a fuckload of houses, and him and his wife made it through some crazy, difficult situations. And I sat there just enamored by James's story. Like, holy shit. You cannot give some teenager advice.
Oh, you guys leaving?
They're going in the store.
Okay, well...
They're going in the store.
They're going to the store. Are you hanging up with us? Or are we going to have a conversation about Aiden?
Aiden left there like, holy shit, I'm never going to listen to this show again. I hope these guys... I hope I never hear these voices.
He's a really good... No, he's a good...
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you like him. If you like him, that's a good thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm suspect for the first 6 months.
How long have they been dating?
Well, they've been together 2 years.
2 years.
2 years? That's good. That's pretty good.
He plays baseball. Yeah.
6 months to 2
Oh,
years.
you got to watch out for them baseball
He
players.
plays baseball? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Red flag. Red flag.
Red flag. You got two. No, you got class
My
3
boys play
roadblocks up.
baseball.
Baseball. I know
I
you're a
got 3
Derek
boys
Jeter
that play
fan.
baseball.
Hey, on a scale of 1 to 1,
yeah.
how much do you love Jeter? Yeah, Derek Jeter. Yeah, is that what we're doing right now?
I almost had my oldest son when he was younger convinced that Derek Jeter was really his father. Because I told him that so much. As a joke, not realizing as a young mother that they'd actually take it like serious.
This kid, if he doesn't make it to Hall of Fame in shortstop, he's gonna be so pissed. Are you? I mean, so you told me that as a joke like 3-4 months ago. Are you serious? Like, you're on the fucking record right now, Herod. I just want you to know you're on the record.
Yeah.
You told him his dad was Derek Jeter.
Like, well, I was like kidding, but I guess I said it so many times, and me as a young mom, not really, they might like think you're serious.
Do you realize how far we fluctuated from the last conversation to this? That's why I love this, man.
Learn my
Revolving door.
lesson.
Hey, can we give some actual advice to I know Aiden's not listening now. Maybe he can listen back, but some solid advice to Aiden and Hannah.
Don't fucking touch her.
It doesn't matter. No. This isn't even relationship advice. Just man, get you know, at your age now, 16, whatever. Get you some work under your belt, all right? In the summers, whatever you got to do, even if it's part-time, get you some work under your belt.
Go buy a lawnmower. There's always an old lady in your neighborhood that needs her fucking lawn mowed, and she doesn't know who to call. And she doesn't want somebody to fuck her, so she needs some 16-year-old kid that just appreciates the $40 to show up and trim and mow and then go home. And there's no crazy shit, and he'll learn work, and he'll earn reward, and he'll
Yeah, that's what my oldest Brett did dad in high school.
Yeah. Well, any of that.
That's
so
the good kid, right? Isn't that the one you told me is a good kid?
So what they can do with that too is, like, let's say he wants to be a sports agent. There's a lot of kids that want to go be sports agents. I'm telling you that right now. I mean, whenever I was in college, like, every other person was getting a sports management degree. So if he can develop a work ethic, even if it's, you know, working somewhere doing hard physical labor, even if he wants to go into the sports agent industry, he's learning how to hustle. He's learning how to do stuff. He's mowing lawns. He's learning how to go knock on doors and get jobs and stuff like that.
He better be able to sell weed in downtown San Diego. He's gonna be a sports agent. Are you kidding me? I was a fucking sports agent.
I mean, if he wants to do that, man, that's like trying to become like a famous musician or something like. I mean, you got to be the best of the best to make any money at it.
Yeah. So.
I was an athlete.
Well, you know, I will say I'm really proud of my daughter Hannah because she like has really good grades, and so she's a junior this year. And
They have a cheesecake model.
no, we're not leaving. Oh, her 7th hour, she actually gets to leave school, and she has a job. She works at a dentist office.
Nice.
She's already hustling, so I'm proud of her.
That's good.
No, those are good. Those are good habits to learn. What are we doing here? Who are we inviting in the car?
She's wanting money to get a cheesecake mold.
Don't give me a 20, give me a 10.
Cheesecake malt. Huh. She's trying to cheer Aiden up.
Yeah, I'll buy
Fucking poor Aiden.
Aiden just sitting back like, I ain't said a word to anybody.
Yeah.
I ain't hurting no one today.
Yeah. Good fucking thing, Aiden. You ain't seen me yet. Aaron, pull up a picture.
I'm in there too.
Pull up a picture.
All right, I'll send you a picture.
Oh, all right.
What was that, Aiden? Please share with me.
I think sure it was. It better not be a
All right,
I was being facetious. That's code for shut the fuck up. Aiden.
If it's a picture of me, it has to be a cute picture.
So my daughter, when
They're
she
going
turns,
to get.
sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
What do you
Oh,
want to
they're
do?
going. My parents had. My parents both were pharmacists. They had a pharmacy in Pahuska, and then like 2 years ago, my mom retired because my dad passed away, and now they have like a
billion
shop
Xanax.
in the pharmacy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I used to come into town and be able to go in and get like toilet paper and pop and
So what are you doing in
spray all the
Pahuska?
time, but I can't anymore. My mom is cooking fried chicken.
Ah,
Her famous fried chicken.
so she got to drive
For all
on
my
through-
brothers and
She was lucky. She got to drive through like 14 miles of road
she
construction.
didn't drive. No.
And no, you are.
No,
I was
I
telling
never
Brian.
drive.
I was filling Brian back
fly?
in. Elizabeth got to drive through 14 miles of road construction. That's always a treat.
You're welcome, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you catcall any guys in dirty jeans and work
Of
boots?
course,
Really?
I did.
The awkward part is they all work with her.
Were they tall with beards? I heard that's your thing. I heard that's your thing. Look at James. James just looked at me like, Jesus, we gotta go to another call. That's what I am your actual natural timer. Because as soon as James, I'm like, oh my God. This is what you get for letting me pick you up at the airport. If you didn't think you weren't gonna pay for that, you were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Elizabeth, I hope you enjoy your day in Pahuska.
Yeah.
Tell Aiden that we were halfway kidding.
No, tell Aiden we're fucking watching him. No.
You let us know if Aiden gives you any problems, all right?
Oh, you tell Aiden I'll slap a 17-year-old boy. I don't give a shit. But watch. James is like, Jesus, I gotta delete that out of the podcast.
I'm leaving it in there. I'm actually going to post that audio.
Yeah, post it. I'll slap a 17-year-old boy right in the motherfucking face.
That might be the name of the episode.
I'll slap a 17-year-old boy.
Well, Elizabeth, thanks for calling in.
Appreciate it, Liz.
I'll see you Monday.
Talk to you later, boo-boo.
See you Monday.
Bye.
See ya.
You're welcome.
Poor Aiden. Aiden just sitting
Fuck
back there.
Aiden.
Dude, it's always the people. It's
Aiden.
always the guys sitting in the back, just quiet
my
as can be. It's like, oh,
No. Because I've had them all do the same shit. They show up with mullets and they're driving like
you're like 10 years away from your microphone.
Like 89 OBS.
Get closer to the microphone.
Back together, and they're wearing cowboy boots and jeans, and they got mullets, and they look the part, and they act like they're those dudes. And then 4 weeks later, my little girl calls me crying because somebody just didn't want to call her back or didn't have the respect to communicate with her in a certain way, and
kind of like you and Susie.
Yeah. Thanks. I didn't say I was better than these fucking boys. I'm just trying to tell my daughter to look out for them.
You're just saying, honey.
I'm just saying, honey.
Find a man that's not me.
No, here's what happened. When my daughter's mom got pregnant, my dad goes, "This is poetic fucking justice. I hope you have a girl." He goes, "Because the way you've been your entire life, if God gives you a girl, I will fucking die laughing." And sure enough, God gave me a beautiful, tall, smart, quick-witted, funny, amazing little girl.
Do you enjoy it?
Being her father is the best way to define me, and to me the most successful and productive way to define me.
That's awesome, man.
Everything I do is for her, essentially. If I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I just want to put her in the best position. But here's the kicker: is she's now 16, has her own driver's license, has her own car, and I'll call her at like 9 o'clock. Because that's when Dad's done working and my little decompression time before going to bed. And she's at a skate park with other teenage boys and girls. And I'm like, what in the fuck?
Thank you, Norman.
And she's like, oh, no, Dad, it's cool. And what are we doing? Good? I love you. No, so she's like at a skate park. And I'm just like, fuck.
Skate park, man.
Dude,
tough scene.
You want to know what I can't do? I can't let go when she was 8 and just platinum blonde and cute as shit and loved her dad and I was Superman and she didn't trust anybody but me. Somebody'd say something to her and she'd look right at me and be like, "Dad, what's up?" I'd be like, "Nah, Taylor, that ain't shit." Or, "Yeah, that's right." Now, I'm the last to know.
Yeah.
I'm the last to know. That's harder than working 12 hours a day. That's harder than the expectations from 4 general contractors to finish, jobs that 2 crews can do at once. It's harder than everything.
Yeah. But that's the hard part about our industry too. I mean, to get real, is sometimes it's hard to connect with your family when you work like we do.
It's hard to balance.
Yeah.
And I've been so fucking guilty of not being balanced.
Yeah.
Because when you start, and we talked about this last night, remember? And the word I use that I'll stick to and will make and break me is reciprocity.
Mm-hmm.
I get more reciprocity out of the energy I put into my business than I do in any other personal relationship in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that says something about me or the people around me or society or just how people are these days. I'm not here to quantify or qualify it, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I put 12 hours into my business, I'm getting all that love back.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
And so in these days when, and it depends on your perspective. You either see people for who they are and take them at face value, or you question everybody. For me, I'm not here for the glory.
Yeah.
I want to be a legend. I'm here to get paid for my worth and my company's worth and our expertise and our value.
Yeah.
I don't care if you know my name.
Yeah. Well, we got a voicemail here. Let's see what they said.
I didn't call into your podcast to get the voicemail.
Oh,
that's
you
Zach.
already know
You
who
better
that is.
fucking call him back.
All right, guys. Well, that concludes our first half of our call-in episode. Tune in next week for the other calls. We recorded over 3 hours of calls, so we decided to break it into 2 pieces. So enjoy this and enjoy next week. As it goes on, it just gets more interesting. Guys, if you liked today's episode, be sure to let us know by giving us a 5-star review. And if you really liked it, then drop a tip in the tip jar. In the show notes, you'll find the link to that. We'd really appreciate it, as it greatly helps our show grow. And if you called in and you're like, why isn't mine on there? Well, just wait for next week, because that's where it will be. Guys, I hope you have an awesome week, awesome weekend. I hope you laughed. I hope you cried. I hope you gained some value out of this. That's what these call-ins are for. They're literally just to talk about anything. So if you want to be a part of these in the future, let us know and we will do one again. All right, guys, do something hard today, by God.